And welcome to another edition of the Rock Monster Show on Vectis Radio, sponsored by Sandown Pet Store, with me, Pyro the Rock Monster. And we've got a great show as usual lined up for you tonight, and I've got very special guests in the studio, Glenn and Stuart from Riff. Good evening, guys.
Evening, Pyro.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. Of course, you're in a heavy, what is it, a bit heavy metal, heavy rock covers band that plays the Isle of Wight.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I think heavy rock rather than metal. Difficult term to describe, but yeah, it's pretty good heavy stuff. Probably heavier than any other band on the island.
Classic old school metal.
That sounds good to me.
And hard rock.
Yeah, a little bit of the old hard rock. As long as you don't play Gary Barlow, we'd be all right, won't we?
Yeah, that's our next album.
Glenn plays that in his spare time.
Well, every man has to have a hobby.
Yeah.
Gary Barlow is mine.
So, Stuart, you're the guitarist. Have I got this the right way round?
Singer guitarist,
Guitarist.
I'm lead singer and I play rhythm guitar.
And Glenn, you're a bass guitar.
I'm the bass player, yeah.
I've got it the right way round then.
Yeah, I occasionally get it the right way round.
Only occasionally, though.
Yes.
Well, I did try and learn bass once. It was so bad I had to give it up.
Yeah, well, I never learnt and I never gave up.
You should have done.
Many have said.
So we're going to hear a track of yours. We thought about having you play live in the studio, but it's so small in here, it's not really practical, is it, guys? So
could have done an acoustic gig in here, couldn't we?
We have done that before. We have Joe Saunders play live in the studio. He played to his backing tape in here, but the old studio used to have a room outside the main studio where you could fit a band in, but unfortunately in here not. So, but luckily you've recorded some of your stuff live in one of your gigs, so we're going to play some tracks of that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And we'll give a little plug to Chris that recorded it for us. So, well, I'm not sure we're allowed to say his real name on there, but Chris Drums. Thank you very much. This is one of yours.
Okie
or one of
dokie.
ours that you've recorded.
And this track, the first one we're going to play, the tracks I selected of the ones you've done, I'll pick the ones of the bands I like or the tracks I like. This is AC/DC cover, and it is Dirty D's Done Dirt Cheap, and I picked that because that's my favourite AC/DC song.
Cool. That's usually what we open with. Well, we did.
Yeah, I mean it's worth saying that we've moved from just playing two sets of disparate music, and now we do one set of all AC/DC. So
wow.
Any AC/DC fans out there, come along.
Of course, it's the 40th anniversary of AC/DC this year as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's part of the reason we decided to do it. We're all. It's probably the one band that we've all got in common in the group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it then. Dirty D's Done Dirt Cheap.
this life, fella. Pick up the phone, I'm here alone. I make a social call. Come right in, forget about him. We'll have ourselves a ball. Daddy needs Dr. G. Daddy needs Dr. G. Daddy needs Dr. G. Daddy needs and that Dr. G. Daddy needs and that Dr. G. If you got a lady and you wanna go, but you ain't got the guts, she keeps smacking at you night and day, enough to drive you nuts. Pick up the phone, leave her alone. It's time you made a stand. Fire free, I'm happy to be your backdoor man. Daddy needs Dr. G. Daddy needs Dr. G. Daddy needs Dr. G. Daddy needs and Dr. G. Daddy needs and Dr. G. Concrete shoes, cyanide, TNT, Dr. G. Neckties, contracts, high voltage, Dr. G. Dirty deeds, do anything you want me to. Dr. G. Dirty deeds, dirty deeds, dirty deeds, Dr. G.
Not bad, guys. I like that.
Yeah, not too bad.
It's not bad for live.
Pretty good. Like the technology these days, for a little band like yourself, to get yourself recorded, they do a good job these days.
Yeah, we know a couple of people actually that do live recordings on the island.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of scope for people who, if they want to actually play in a band and they want to get themselves recorded, there are a couple of guys out there that are doing it, so they can be approached via Facebook, I believe.
Yeah, Chris, I forget what his site's called, but yeah, Chris Drums, look him up.
Yeah,
and also
White
Howard.
Audio.
Yeah, was it White Lightning?
White Lightning Audio, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Howard Powell, he does a great job as well. He actually does sound engineering for my other band, which is a Pink Floyd cover band. So
Wow, you do a Pink Floyd cover band as well?
yeah,
Well,
got aren't you?
I must admit, I love a bit of the old Floyd.
Yeah, me too. It's funnily enough.
I got a track now. You picked a couple of tracks tonight, and this is one of the ones.
Speak to Paul or Wendy for a friendly and reliable service.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Centre in Newport, this is Vectis Radio.
Okay, this one's a little bit slow, but still heavy.
Of course, that's Riff Raff for their version of Heaven and Hell. And by the way, if you wish to phone in, you can call 01983 240 666. You can email rockmonster.vectisradio@gmail.com. You can like the Rock Monster Show on Vectis Radio on Facebook, and you can follow me on Twitter at Pyro Rock Monster. And of course, if you want, you can come on my wall and have a chat, as some of you have already done so. Pyro Rock Monster Petty, as you're not already a friend of mine. So we can all chat there. So that, of course, that's your version of Heaven and Hell. That's another track I chose because that's actually my favourite Black Sabbath track. Who do you think's better, Ozzy or Dio in Black Sabbath?
Well, we'd probably have an argument in the band about this, but certainly for me, Dio. I love Dio.
I'd say Dio's definitely the better voice, but Ozzy is Sabbath. You know, it's one of those things. It's I mean, you can't say that he was a better singer than Dio by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly as far as Sabbath goes, it is Ozzy.
Yeah, I do love Ozzy, and I do think the best Sabbath songs are Dio songs, but you've got to love Ozzy, and the latest album, 13, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I've had a little listen. I know Steve, our guitarist, he's absolute mental on Ozzy and Sabbath, so yeah, I know he absolutely loves it. But yeah, for me, Dio is, he's the better vocalist, and I think the stuff, particularly on the Heaven and Hell albums, is a little bit more towards the mainstream, and so it's a bit more accessible. But again, all the stuff he did with Rainbow as well, love it, and his first not solo album, but Dio, the band album is another classic as well.
Yeah, it is. I got to see Dio twice. We went to the Holy Diver tour at Portsmouth Guildhall. Me and my mate Simon Nicholson is listening at the moment, and I also went to the second album. Was it the second album? The one that's got We Rock on it, The Last in Line.
Yeah, Last in Line.
The Last in Line. Both great albums and great tours, and I absolutely loved them. Incidentally, your name Riff Raff, did you get that from the song Riff Raff by AC/DC by any chance?
We certainly did, yeah.
Yeah, we spent many weeks at rehearsals going through name. I'm sure bands spend more time trying to come up with a name than they do rehearsing the actual music.
I think it was months, not weeks.
And I mean, we initially avoided trying to come up with anything like Riff Raff because at the time we didn't want people to think Riff Raff they're going to be an AC/DC cover band, because at the time we had a couple of songs in there, but it wasn't a complete set like we've got now. But it's just coming up with something that people find accessible and that all four members of the band can actually agree on. And that's the difficult one.
That's a very rare thing. We had, I think most of the time it was only two of us would agree on one name.
Two at best, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, my band was called Disaster Area, and it was a disaster, by the way. And we had several names brought up. One was Damage Case, but we ended up with Disaster Area because at the time the guitarist Pete had Disaster Area painted on his guitar, so we became Disaster Area. And a lot of people say that it's best seen and not heard. you got to just ask my wife about that. She came to a Disaster Area gig. We played, my mates Richard and Stella were getting married, and Disaster Area played for their pre-wedding party, and my missus was there. And she thought I was a yob, and she thought Disaster Area absolutely awful, as most people did. And we had somebody there with a hearing aid. He switched it off and complained he could still hear it.
Well, with a name like Disaster Area, you've got to be loud.
Sure had. And we got your second track you chose, AC/DC. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
He's picking both of mine before yours.
Oh, well, yeah.
He's obviously got his priorities right.
Right. No one takes any notice of us.
Yeah. Bit of AC/DC.
Okie dokie, let's hear it.
That one's for Mr. Howard Powell if he's listening. Thought he might like that.
Pretty cool track, that. Rory Gallagher with a track called Calling Card, and I picked that one particularly because a name that keeps coming up when I had people on the interviews is Rory Gallagher and Jerry McAvoy. Of course, Jerry McAvoy on the bass, Rory Gallagher on the guitar. Really quality musicians.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
We've got one more track to take us to the end of part one. I'm a big Motorhead fan myself, and you've done a version of No Class.
Yep. We, Glenn here likes his Motorhead.
They don't like me, but
No.
you know, I don't hold that against them.
Do you know, there's always these rumours on the internet that Lemmy's dead. Did you keep coming across them?
No one will notice.
We're surprised he isn't,
No.
bearing in mind his lifestyle.
One of these days he's actually going to die. Yeah, right, we've heard that one before.
Absolutely.
Let's hear it then. No Class.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the Rock Monster Show on Vectis Radio with me, Pyro the Rock Monster, sponsored by Sandown Pet Store. That's a band called Spider with a track called Death Row. Have you come across them?
No, but it sounds like they were a bastard child of Status Quo and Spinal Tap to me.
Yeah, and Slade is one of their influence. They're friends of the show. We've had 3 of them on the show, and Brian Burrows. We've got Brian Burrows. He's gone a bit publicity shy these days, but he did design the show's logo. So, and his brother Rob E. Burrow, he lives in Australia, and he's recorded my jingle. So, yeah, they're a good band. I always enjoyed seeing them in the 80s. It's full of energy, and yeah, they were a bit status quo-ish, but there was always good value for the fan. Really good live band. That track there, Death Row, sort of inspired Disaster Area, because when we played our first gig, we didn't play that track, but we nicked the intro to that, which we got someone to record for us, and we all hid in a broom cupboard, and we came out on stage. I think we did Gain in a Game by Status Quo. Could have been Silver Machine we started, I can't remember now. And it was a right laugh. We nearly blew the hall up. We had pyros, and we had a motorbike as part of the stage effect, and it still had petrol in the tank.
Rock and roll.
So that was funny. And I decided at the time that we should have the drum platform raised up. And this was playing in the church hall, and I made a drum platform out of these school desks they had for preschool. So I don't think they'd have been impressed with that. And when the drummer was drumming away, it was rocking all over the place.
Rocking all over the hall, yes.
Yeah, it was certainly good days.
Here we go.
Yeah. So we've got one more track to play yours, then we'll let you get off, because I know your Coco's calling.
That's right, yeah. Rock and roll.
Yeah, he's got his slippers.
Yeah, I've got my pipe and slippers already warming. Yeah. So can't be too late.
So we talked about the guitarists and Jerry McAvoy and Rory Gallagher. Who's your other inspirations, influences, musician-wise, that you look up to?
I try never to look up to anybody. No, I mean, I don't think I've ever had an influence. I've just only ever done my own thing, and there are just too many bands out there to say that any one of them is greater than another. So no, I don't have any.
I do.
Oh, you would.
I know. Guitarist wise, I mean, I'm not really much of a guitarist, so I don't. There's a couple of guitarists that I rate, but singer wise, obviously we've already mentioned Dio. He's definitely one of my favourites. And Bon Scott, again, big fans of AC/DC. But probably my favourite vocalist is actually Chris Cornell from Soundgarden and Audioslave. He's got an amazing voice and range, and love his tone and his power.
You Know My Name, he did that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, for the old James Bond.
Yeah, I like that track.
That was a good song. I suppose the only other singer that I wish I could sing like is Brian Johnson. His range is just so unbelievable. That even though we're doing like a bit of a sort of an AC/DC set, we're not really doing much Brian Johnson because I just can't sing it.
I can't sing anything, and I was in a band myself, like a Disaster Area. Started off in the bass and I ended up lead vocals. I can't sing anything, but I still did it.
Can we put a couple of plugs in, please, Pyro?
Go ahead.
Firstly, obviously, quite a few of your listeners are on Facebook. If they're on Facebook, look up our page. It's facebook.com/riffraff and that way, if anybody has sort of listened tonight and like the stuff that we're doing, they can get updates on our gigs, which we, And
we're always glad of the likes. See if we can bump those up a bit.
Yep. And obviously our next gig is 2 weeks Friday, 6th of June, at the Wishing Well, Ponwell, just outside Ryde. So again, we'll be playing a set of AC/DC and a set of sort of fairly classic rock. So
sounds good to me.
If anybody can get out to that,
it's a nice big pub, so plenty of room for everybody.
Yeah, lovely pub, nice
room
staff.
to jump about,
and jump about, headbang, dance, whatever you do, sing along. So yeah, we'd be very appreciative to see anybody that's listening tonight and fancies coming along.
Okay.
And I'd just like to mention the hardest working member of our band, Ilya, our drummer, who always ends up looking like he's had a shower by the time he's ended the gig. So a big thanks to him, my compadre on the back line. And of course we've mentioned Steve, who produces some fantastic guitar work, and we wouldn't be without them.
No, where would you be without them?
Well, we'd probably be busking down the high street actually, but badly.
Probably getting told to move along.
I've got one more question to ask you before you go. Do I put to all my guests, which has been put by one of the listeners. If you could go back anywhere in time, anywhere, who would you like to see on stage, live on stage, anywhere in time, live on stage?
I would. I wish you'd asked us that earlier. Give us time to think.
I got a tough. There's a couple, I suppose. From sort of influences of my father, I big Doors fan, so I'd quite like to see Jim Morrison, and also Hendrix as well. And I suppose from my own time, if you like, my own choice and taste in music, I never got to see Kurt Cobain either. So it tends to be the ones that have gone, isn't it?
Yes.
Died and gone. Although and Ronnie,
I was going to say Ronnie was the one I was thinking of. Ronnie at his height. I'd love to have gone to a gig and seen him really powering through.
He was great live. I saw him twice, like I said earlier.
Yeah, you're a lucky man.
Okay, so the last track I picked to yours, I'm a big UFO fan, so I picked Rock Bottom.
Great song.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming in. It's been great having you in.
Yeah, thanks Pyro. And also we'd like to say thanks to Carmel as well, who put us on to you.
Yes, she did. Thank you very much, Carmel.
And we hope to see many of your listeners at one of our gigs.
Yeah, I hope to see you very soon.
Including yourself.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely, yeah. At the front.
Headbanging away.
Yeah. Getting that hair waving around.
I might have to get a wig out or something.
Don't tell people that.
Bring your motorbike and some pyrotechnics.
Yes.
But no petrol.
No. Okay then.
Cheers, Pyro.
Rock Bottom.
The radio station at the heart of the Isle of Wight, Vectis Radio.
You're listening to the Pyro Rock Monster Show, who plays you the monsters of rock on World Wide Web FM. Brought to you by Vectis Radio.
You might have guessed we like 70s rock. So here's another one.
You know what I mean. 21 alone, one you Thank you very much. Bit of UFO.